Hi, this is Michelle with Coastal Living TV. Today we will be working on what? The splits? No way. Yeah, definitely. So for this, you're going to need two blocks. If you can have two blocks, it's really handy, especially if you have tighter, the back of your legs are tighter or the front of your legs are tighter. So let's just take a moment to talk about the splits. If I wanted to do the splits, I would have to have flexibility in the front of my leg and in the backs of the legs, depending on which leg is front. We would work on stretching the back side. You want to work on stretching the muscles in front of your hips. So let's look at a few poses that you can actually get this done. A standing forward fold. So maybe today your standing forward fold looks something like this, and that's perfectly okay. We want to work and just meet ourselves wherever that is for us. That's why we have blocks at the yoga studio or wherever you're taking yoga. It's because you can bring the floor up to you. So your standing forward fold might look something, like this. It might be rounding. We're going to work to make it more about the legs doing the work, the feet pressing down, the sit bones lifting up, the integration of squeezing the muscles in front of the legs to be able to open the backside. Allow yourself to create length in the spine where the chest can get down toward the thighs, palms onto some surface, which then can allow your head to hang out and down. So if you spend enough time with this, you'll start to make some progress. Not if you force it or you bounce it, but you really allow yourself to progress into this slowly, using your breath, be aware, listen to your body, back off when you need to back off, but maybe it's in your practice to go into a full forward fold. Allow yourself to push your feet down, feel the sit bones lifting up, begin to lift your kneecaps, squeeze the muscles in front of the legs to open up the back sides. Maybe the hands can come back behind, forehead to your shins, the top of your head hanging down. Be careful not to lean back too much because that takes you out of your stretch and it makes you hang out in your joints. Bring your hips forward, push your feet down a little bit further here. Also notice the shoulders tend to creep up on my ears. So by pulling onto my legs, I can lift the shoulders away from my ears and go into a deeper forward fold. So this is working the whole back side of the body. Then I'll very slowly inhale, lift halfway, placing the palms down, step the foot back. Right foot's going to step back first. Right knee to the floor. Scooching the left foot a little bit more forward. Working for this lunge, so a deep lunge which stretches the right side of the front right side of your leg. Having blocks handy, this could be a level, this could be a level, this could be a level, depending on where you are. Let's just say we start with the highest level. Let me scooch my left foot out forward so that I can actually drop into. You want to start with your knee over the heel or ankle. That's a safe way for joint over joint, so it doesn't push your knee one side or the other. But once I learn how to really integrate the foot down, pushing the foot down and drag it back, then I can start to bring my left knee in front of the left toes. And here I go down into my hips, getting the stretch in the front of my right leg. The back toes are curled under. The heel is up toward the ceiling. The foot's not going out to one side or the other. But everything is active, and I integrate the tailbone down, low belly drawing in and up, shoulders away from your ears. And breathe here. Inhaling and exhaling. If I feel a lot of pressure in my low back, I have to remember to extend the tailbone down, draw the low belly in, tone it, lift it all the way up, so that this could be something for my legs and my legs only. Inhaling and exhaling. So I'm actually breathing into any space that feels a little tender or tight. I imagine the breath moving into that space, and as I exhale, releasing the holding on, the tightness, letting you know it's okay just to be where we are today, and that I'm not going to push too far. With the blocks, it signals that to my body and to my mind, and therefore I can get a little bit deeper into my yoga practice because my body trusts me. knows that there's help nearby. All right, and then press off into the left foot. Bring your left knee down. Let's change legs. Right foot going out forward. Now, one foot's not right in front of the other. It's about their hip bone distance apart. That gives me a more of a sense of balance. And here I go. I'm going to start to stretch the left front of my leg. The left front of my leg. So when I let myself descend in toward the pelvis, I have to be sure that it's just not lazy and hanging out there into the joint space, but I'm integrating tailbone down, toning through the low belly, shoulders away from the ears. My foot is firmly pressing down and trying to drag back, so it's on. The back foot, the toes are curled under, and that foot is on. My legs are working. Then I can start to work and get my knee in front of the toes, which will bring me into a deeper stretch. And just breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. So this is for the front of the hips. We did the back of the legs, the front of the hips. Then pressing off the front foot to bring the hips back. Remember the runner's stretch? All right. Flexing the right foot, I'm going to scooch the heel out just a little bit more. Pull the right hip up and back so the hips are level. Inhale, and as you exhale, folding forward here. So maybe I can get rid of the blocks. Maybe I can walk my hands a little more forward. But the pressing down of my right heel so I can isometrically drag it back really turns and fires up the leg. As it fires up the front of the leg, squeezing the muscles to the bones, it's allowing the back of the right leg to start to stretch. Bowing your head, inhaling and exhaling. Pressing down through your hands, lifting your head and chest. Walking the hands back in so I can regain control. Bringing the right knee in front of the right toes or around the knee or the heel or ankle. Coming up. Now I'm getting that stretch on the left front hip again. And we want to add the quad, right? The front of the left leg. So bend the left knee. Reach back there. Grab onto the foot. Woo. Bring your right forearm in front of you. And here we go. We're kicking the foot back. Tailbone down, low belly draws in and up. There's a nice deep stretch. Everything's getting it right now. Inhale and exhale. Foot down. Let's just see what kind of progress. I was totally not warmed up as we started this practice today. Got my blocks here. Back knee up. Back toes are curled under. The toes are up. The heel is pushing down. I'm going to scooch my right heel a little bit further away. Pushing down through my hands. I'm going to push my right heel down and try to isometrically drag the leg back. I'm going to push the back foot down and try to isometrically drag it forward. Keeping that kind of action in my legs, allowing them to go out and down, but there's this inner pull, pull up, pull up, pull up, squeezing muscles to the bones, squeezing muscles to the bones, squeezing muscles to the bone. Now the back knee is down. I'm not quite down into the split yet, but we're going to work this a little bit. Hug and squeeze the muscles to the bone, keeping the muscles to the bone. Hug and squeeze, hug and squeeze, hug and squeeze. Then I'm integrating the right thigh, the front muscle on the right leg, really lifting the knee up, squeezing the thigh, and that allows me to find the additional space that I might need. Also fun is to push down into the blocks, lift up, hollow out the belly, pull the foot back to the knees. Left foot goes out. Let's look at our runner stretch here. Flexing the left foot. Inhale. As we exhale, shin to shin. Maybe even crawling the arms out. Give yourself a moment here to push the left heel down. It's pushing down and isometrically dragging back. Therefore, lifting up the left hip. Pull the left hip back. Even out the hips. Hollow out the belly. Shin to shin. Inhaling and exhaling. Allow yourself to get a little stretch in here. Hang out with it as long as you need to. Then pressing your hands into the floor, lift your head and chest. Slowly walking the hands back. Here are my blocks. Working with the isometrics or the closed chain, something that we talk about in teacher training. Pressing the foot down. Try to drag it back. The back toes are curled under. So there's this action of trying to pull the back leg in and pull the front leg back. That's integrating and squeezing and hugging and squeezing the muscles to the bones. Hug and squeeze the muscles to the bones. Tailbone down, low belly draws in and up. I forgot to do the quad. Okay, we got that. No problem. I'm going to come down. Ooh, not quite. I'm going to place a block there. I'm going to let a block support me. And since I forgot my quad stretch, my quad, bring it up, reach back, grab it. Remember how I was doing this? Let's pretend I'm in the same position. Here we go. Oh, my quad burns. Inhale, exhale, release. But that might make a difference. Let's see. Hug and squeeze. Oh, it did. Look at that. Tailbone down, low belly draws in and up. Back toes flat. But it's not just hanging out there. It's really pushing down. Maybe a forward fold here. That feels good. Maybe lift up. Maybe a bend of the knee. Just finding out what we can do today. Going into the crook of the arm, the elbow. Left arm out. Little mudra. Sit up pretty. Arm back. Hold hands. Head into the back of your elbow. Heart lift. Breathe. Mermaid. Inhale. Exhale. Out and down. Hands go down. Push down. Hollow out. Drag it back to your knees. Sit back onto your heels. Just it feels good. Let it be organic movement. Just pull the mat out maybe and see where you go. You don't have to do everything perfectly, but just a little bit of movement and breathing, conscious breathing, can really do a lot for us. So I hope you get outside today, maybe take a walk. Remember social distancing, but yet for our own health, just being in the sunlight somehow, take a few moments just to be conscious of your breath as you move it in and you exhale out. Have a good day, and I look forward to hanging out with you guys again very soon.